Alex Jones is apparently getting a little desperate in the defense against the Sandy Hook parents and their impending lawsuits. So now, in case you might have forgot or are unaware, there are multiple civil cases that were filed by relatives of the victims of the 2012 school shooting in which Alex Jones had called a false flag operation. Those civil cases are actually set for trial in the spring of 2022. So those cases are disastrous for Jones. And so it's going to be fun to watch. So here's the thing. Alex Jones has already admitted that he's an actor and that nobody should take him seriously. That's Alex Jones' defense. Tucker Carlson also used it on his show. And what that is that it's a strategy to say, oh, what are you talking about? I'm just an entertainer. That's all I am. I'm not actually saying anything serious. No, nobody in their right mind would actually believe the nonsense that I say. Oh my God. Well, the thing is, that doesn't seem to be working. And so what they're doing is they're calling on a last-ditch strategy before those lawsuits reaches a Connecticut courtroom in May. So get ready for this one. He wants to blame this, the existence of these lawsuits, on Hillary Clinton. What? Hillary Clinton, everybody. In a July 1st court hearing, Jones's lawyers asked a judge to order that Hillary Clinton be deposed in this case. Why? Why? What does she have to do with any of this? Why are you going to bring Hillary Clinton out of the woods for your stupid little case? Jones' attorneys insist that Clinton should be interviewed as a witness, implying in court filings that she could somehow have been involved in funding or organizing the lawsuits against Jones. The defendants in the case believe that the suit was filed 6 years after the shootings at Sandy Hook as part of a vendetta inspired, orchestrated, and directed in whole or in part by Hillary Clinton as part of a vendetta to silence Alex Jones after Ms. Clinton lost in the presidential race to Donald Trump, the motion reads. Wow. The litigation is brought and pursued in bad faith as part of a partisan effort to silence Mr. Jones for reasons wholly independent of the merits of the plaintiff's claims. This is fucking bonkers. That's what this is. Look, conservatives love to talk about Trump derangement syndrome, right? And okay, there's maybe a few media figures out there that are a little deranged, to be fair. But here's the thing. You also have a lot of media figures on the right that are incredibly deranged. And in this case, everything comes back to Hillary. I don't like Hillary Clinton. I'm pretty sure that I've been open about my dislike of her and her politics. I think she's kind of awful. I think she's, the face of the establishment. And I don't like the way that she punches left. I think it's kind of sickening, really, honestly. But that's my political disagreements with her, okay? But, seriously. Come on, man. Really? Come on, man. The Sandy Hook parents are suing because Alex Jones could not stop calling the deaths of their children fake. Remember, he accused dead children of being crisis actors and implied that these families never even existed in the first place. Oh, it's government crisis actors. That's what it is. A false flag. Come take our guns. Now, here's the thing. I couldn't imagine the pain of losing a child in the first place. But then, on top of it, somebody out there with a massive audience trying to erase your child from ever having existed. Which completely, of course, ignores your grief and setting possibly thousands of unhinged, insane people after you to harass you, stalk you, attack you, whatever, for trying to take your guns. Right? Oh, you're a liar, you're fake, you're CIA, you're trying to take our guns. And then, of course, death threats. That's the result of what Alex Jones said. And he did it all for profit. And I think that's the most important / sickening thing here. If Alex Jones is playing a character like he claims, well then, that character, he did all that for money, knowingly. And he's not just, oh, it's insane. No, he's doing this for money, for clicks, for shares, for cash, for fame, for notoriety, so that people will come to his website and buy his crappy-ass supplements. When you take all that into account, it really exposes who they are. Which is why, of course, they got to have a distraction. And they found one with pretty much no evidence. But so many people, understand, so many people, I'm seeing it already in the chat, right? The mere mention of Hillary Clinton on the right, and especially on the right, but on the left as well. Like, they get this, they hear her name, and it's a Pavlovian reaction. There's frothing at the mouth. Oh my God, the Clintons. They eat babies. They rape them, and they murder them. Horrible. No, here's the thing. Clintons are Washington corrupt. They're at the top of the heap because they've been the most successful at being corrupt. Look, and they did a 1,000 terrible things. Just look at the foundation with Haiti, right? A lot of Haitian people legitimately angry with the Clintons. Totally. They've taken money from just about every big corporation and special interest you can find. I mean, the Clintons, even back when they did so-called welfare reform, disastrous consequences for the black community, of course. But that's not the same as saying that they're cooking and eating children for Satan. Come on, man. Hey, you can dislike someone vehemently, even, as I do with the Clintons, without needing to resort to lie about them. The reason I don't like them is because of the bad stuff that they've done. I don't have to make up new stuff. That's my problem here. So you don't need to lie about them. But here's the thing. They also, all right, do they actually have a legal reason to try to pull her in? Well, Jones' lawyers point to one of the Sandy Hook relatives speaking at the DNC convention in 2016 and being praised by Clinton. Well, so that's their proof. Hillary Clinton must be funding them in their lawsuits because one of them spoke at the DNC in 2016, and oh my God, Hillary Clinton agreed with them. You got him. Nailed him. Oh, wow. Oh my God, a person in favor of gun control goes and speaks at DNC because they lost their kid to gun violence. They spoke at a convention hosted by a party that is also in favor of gun control. Wow, that's your evidence. Compelling. Incredible. Hey, did you know that Hillary Clinton's in favor of oxygen? Just like that plaintiff is in favor of breathing? Coincidence? I think not. Must be in cahoots. We have to depose her right now in order to get to the bottom of this. Come on, man. Complete and total insanity. I hope Alex Jones gets to court and gets absolutely financially fucking wrecked for the pain and suffering that his shenanigans for money inflicted upon those families who have already lost so much. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.